I wasn't certain until we exchanged blows tonight, All Might, but you no longer possess one for all. What you're using now is just an afterthought, mere dregs, the embers that remain after the transfer, and that fire gets weaker every time you use it. A feeble spark about to put itself out. Izuku Midoriya. He's the child you've passed one for all on to, isn't he? I bet he came here without your asking. You have no control over him, do you? It sounds as though you'll die, full of regrets, All Might, as a hero and as a teacher. This is not your fault. I was approaching my limit either way. This was always my destiny. You are strong, but I focused too much on your physical strength and overlooked what was important. This is not your burden. I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget that you too are only a boy. Being a hero all these years has taught me something. I love to win, just like you, Bakugo. And like Midori, I strive to save those in need. If either aspect had been missing, I never could have stood for justice in the way that I did. Midoriya looks up to your strength, Bakugo. And Midoriya, Bakugo fears your spirit. You've both just laid everything bare, so can't you see now? If you learn to respect each other and lift each other up, you can become the ultimate heroes, ones who save by winning and win by saving.
Hey, Timmy, it's me! I'm a flea! Arf, arf, right back at you, wolf boy. If you need me, I'll be on your butt. The great outdoors. And no wife. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna swing, Daddy-o. I'm gonna call on my old friends. Let's see. Wanda. Wanda with a little star next to it. Panda. Oh no, that's Wanda with a little smudge on the W. I miss Wanda.
Deserves it? I dare say he does. Many that live deserve death, and some that die deserve life. Can you give it to them? Then do not be too eager to deal out death in judgment, for even the very wise cannot see all ends. I have not much hope that Gollum can be cured before he dies, but there is a chance of it, and he is bound up with the fate of the ring. My heart tells me that he has some part to play yet, for good or ill, before the end. And when that comes, the pity of Bilbo may rule the fate of many, yours not least. In any case, we did not kill him. He is very old and very wretched. The Wood Elves have him in prison, but they treat him with such kindness as they can find in their wise hearts.
What is it with you? What made you what you are? Girlfriend killed by the mob, maybe? Brother carved up by some mugger? Something like that, I bet. Something like that. Something like that happened to me, you know. I'm not exactly sure what it was. Sometimes I remember it one way. Sometimes I remember it another. If I'm going to have a past, I prefer it to be multiple choice. But my point is I went crazy. I'm smart enough to admit it. Why can't you? I mean, You're not unintelligent. You must see the reality of the situation. Do you know how many times we've come close to World War III over a flock of geese on a computer screen? Do you know what triggered the last World War? An argument over how many telegraph poles Germany owed its debt creditors. Telegraph poles! It's all a joke. Everything anybody's ever valued or struggled for. It's all a monstrous, demented gag. So why can't you see the funny side? Why aren't you laughing?
Oh, darn it. 4 birth tokens at once. Come on, get to work, you little runts. Yeah, I'm Kamarji, slave to the boiler that heats the baths. Move it, you stupid soup balls! I don't need any help. The place is full of soot. I just cast a spell on them and I've got all the workers I need. Hey, you runts! You want to turn back into soot? And you, back off. You can't just take someone else's job. If they don't work, the spell wears off. They turn back into soot. There's no work for you here, you got it? Now try somewhere else. You soup balls got a problem? Now get back to work.
Not a single fingerprint, not one traceable component. At the end of the day, all you have is a flying penguin. Your strong-chinned lawful types require rules, procedure, evidence. You're not barbaric like the rest of us. So a mechanical penguin flooded into a schoolyard this afternoon. I admit, it sure sounds like something I'd do. But you have to prove it. If you could, you wouldn't be here, would you? And I'm afraid you'll have even less luck moving forward, because I can assure you that right now, I'm not up to anything. Nothing at all. A playground! A place where they can have fun! That's what's wrong with the world today. Too many people spend all their time having fun. And besides that, they spend all their money having fun. And when they're broke from playing games and going to movies and parties and dances, they come to me to buy their kids a playground. Me, who never has any fun. Me, who doesn't go dancing and golfing and fishing. That's how I got that money in there. And that's how I'm gonna keep it. By not having any fun. Except pulling this lever.
There are 3 signs that signal the approach of the hair-slinging slasher. First, the lights will flicker on and off. Next, here's your Krabby Patty, sir. Next, the phone will ring, and there will be nobody there. And finally, the hair-slinging slasher arrives in the ghost of the bus that ran him over. Then he exits the bus and crosses the street without looking both ways because he's already dead. Then he taps on the window with his grisly spatula hand. He opens the door. He slowly approaches the counter. And you know what he does next? You really want to know? He gets ya! SpongeBob, I was joking.
Huh? That's Yuko-san's handwriting. Note, only the person holding the ghost lantern will be able to see and join it. So 2 people will have to hold the lantern together, just like the way a bride and groom cut their wedding cake together. Yuko. I don't want to! Why do the Meki and I? Ugh! If it only were Himawari-chan. Why am I stuck with him instead? Why do I lead such a terrible life?